Tonight, it's Live with Vince Eliot. Live with Vince Eliot. Tonight on Live with Vince Eliot, the campaigning is over. Thank God, I'm tired of those commercials. Time to find out who's the next president of the United States. Now, you know I voted. And who's got the back of Erica Mack? It's super duper producer Deidre. Deidre, let's get it. What's up, everybody? It's Vince Eliot, and yes, this is Live with Vince Eliot. And you know what? I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, Erica, my co-host, Erica Mack, she's not here. Oh, man. Yeah, I know. It's a sad thing. But guess what? Who is here? Yeah, my super duper producer is in the house tonight. Y'all give it up for Deidre. Yeah, come on. There she go. Yeah, y'all. I couldn't leave y'all hanging. I can't be on without a co-host. I done got spoiled now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first day ever that Deidre has made an appearance on this show. She is normally in the background. Deidre, let them hear that you're a real person. Let them hear your voice, and welcome to the show.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. And yes, I'm normally in the background working the buttons, but now I'm live with Vince Eliot.
Live. And listen, she got to pull double duty. I'm not letting her off the hook. Not only is she going to be, co-hosting, but she still got to push the buttons. She got to do what Erica would do. I mean, she got some big shoes to fill. So I hope you're up to the task, and don't be trying to act like, the WB Frog, the WB Frog, the one that, he'd be doing all the dancing when ain't nobody around. Hello, my baby. Hello, my dad. You seen that? And then when the crowd come around, he go, Ribbit.
Right.
So don't be trying to pull the WB Frog and act all modest and laid back. She is an energetic, lively person. So you're gonna have to bring it. I'm gonna call you out tonight.
Okay.
So I gotta get my music going, man, because I can't function without my music. Where is it? There it is. All right, let me see. Oh, there you go. Now I'm in the groove. Well, listen, I want you all to understand up front. This is election night, and we're not going to tear you away from be able to see all the updates of what's going on with the election. We are going to take you to CNN. We're going to take you to Fox News, and we're going to let you see what the updates are and the commentary and all that's going on. And of course, we'll have our own commentary of what's going on. So that ought to be fun. But stay tuned with us. Watch it with us. Come on, man. I mean, it's not going to be as fun watching it, by yourself with guys. They're kind of boring. So we're going to make it lively. We're going to have some fun. So I'm going to pass the mic over to Deidre right quick. Deidre, they got some reminders that they need to know of. What are they?
Yes, please subscribe to the Vince Eliot Live with Vince Eliot on YouTube. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Subscribe, share, like, all of that.
And tell your friends, your family. She did say share, but I just want to add emphasis to that if you share and then more people come on and then more and more people come on and more people subscribe, then we can get the sponsorship that we need to do more things with the show. Yeah. See, I think that's a great idea. In fact, I think that was a genius idea.
It was super genius.
Yeah, you heard that? See, super genius. At any rate, tonight's show is all about the election. I am so glad, Deidre, that the campaigns is over because all those commercials, give me a break.
Yeah, I can't take another commercial.
I mean, you couldn't even go 60 seconds without seeing, another commercial. So I'm glad that's over. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. We're also going to be talking about something special. Deidre has something special up her short sleeves. And hopefully, this is big too. This is big. I hope you guys are paying attention. We want to put you on the show tonight. That's right. If you got an interesting story about what happened when you went to vote, or if you're still out there at the polls, then go ahead and get on the show. We want to put you on the show physically, visibly, so we can see you. That's right. We're putting viewers on the show tonight. So you guys can get a chance to be seen, get famous. Live with Vince Eliot makes you famous, and come on, tell us what's on your mind. Even if you don't have a crazy story, but maybe it was your first time voting, or maybe, it was your child's first time voting, or, something you want to talk about, go ahead and matter of fact, we got a number for you to text. You say, how am I going to get in on the show if I don't know, what to do? So just simply text Go Live with Vince Eliot to 734-288-8699 to be on the show tonight, and we will put you on, and we can talk about voting and, how you feel about it and what you think about the election, maybe what you think about anything that has to do with the election. We normally don't talk a lot of politics on the show, but tonight that's what we're doing. So you can be on the show tonight. Yes, you can be on the show tonight, live with Vince Eliot, and my co-host Deidre tonight is sitting in for Erica. In fact, we might hear from Erica tonight. We don't know. We can't say for sure. It just depends on exactly what she's doing. Now, I don't know if you understood what I said earlier, but Erica is not here today because she's working the polls. Wait a minute. That in the promo, I tried to describe this the right way. When I say Erica's working the polls, I'm trying to get y'all to understand what she's doing exactly. See, Erica's a good Christian woman, married, all of that type of thing, and she don't be out there like that. Except for tonight, she working them polls. I mean, did I get it across right, Deidre? I didn't do her justice. Well, what she's actually doing is she's at the voting polls, helping people to vote and make sure they're in the right spot and they got their IDs and all that other kind of stuff so that their vote counts. She is volunteering her time, I guess. I don't know if they're paying her or not, but anyway, she's giving up her time for her civic duty, and she's helping people at the voting polls. So don't go out of here saying Vince Eliot said that Erica was working the polls. Working the polls. So, C. Taylor. Hello, C. Taylor. Maybe I can have my phone message back. What does that mean? What does that mean, Deidre?
I'm not sure.
She said, maybe I can have my phone back, my messages back. See, Taylor, I don't know. Maybe she'll have to explain that. Anyway, we are going to have people live on the show tonight. So you guys, you see the number on the screen. Go live with Vince Eliot to text 734-288-8699 to be on the show tonight. We want to know what you think about this election. We want to know what happened. When did you go vote? Did you vote early? Did you mail it in? Did you go to the polls today? Was it a long line? Was traffic backed up? I mean, were people clowning at the polls? Where it was just a bunch of people? Did they have some little funky thing going on where it was like, they turning people away? Give us some insight. What did you see at the polls today or hear that was going on? Hopefully nothing terrible was happening. Hopefully everybody got a chance to vote peaceably. Did you vote, Deidre?
Absolutely.
When did you vote?
Well, I have a tricky situation. I did a mail by vote, but I didn't receive my first ballot. So I had to go down to the supervisor elections to get a new ballot. And then I walked mine in to make sure they stamped it. Mm-hmm. And I had to check the website to make sure it was blue and not red. So my vote will be counted.
So there's so much going on. There's so much confusion in the game now that you got to double check and triple check to make sure your stuff is getting, accounted for and registered, the way it should be. So just want to remind people, if you just tuned in, text Go Live with Vince Eliot to 734-288-8699 if you want to be on the show tonight. You want to talk about the election, whatever your views are. We won't judge you. Also, if you want to tell us an interesting story that has to do with the election or has to do with voting, something you saw, something you heard, some information that might be helpful to the viewers, go ahead and text that number and let's hear what you got. In the meantime, it's time for us. I know Erica's not here, but we're going to do it anyway. And let's see. Should we go into the intro? It's got Erica on the intro.
I mean, it's up to you.
I don't think we should do the intro because it says we're going live with Erica. But okay. I tell you what, I'll do a personal intro.
Oh, Lord.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can find the right music. Wait a minute. Hold up. You all know it's time for In Other News. So let's see. Let's see. Where is it? I don't know if we have a news. I don't know if I have a news bed for this. So I may just have to do it a cappella. That's another way of saying acapella. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the news. News you will not find on any network, 742, whatever station your city happens to have. News you may or may not be able to use. It is anything other than civil unrest, the election, Trump, COVID. It is In Other News now with In Other News. Here's Deidre. How'd I do?
You did pretty good. I like it.
You like it? Go for it. What you got in other news
I don't have
today?
the little sparkles, but anyway. So the first story, an elderly lady, she needed help with getting groceries to her vehicle. So the young man who decided to take her out, he noticed that she was, a little out of breath. So she stopped to take a break. So during that break, he decided to have a little small talk with her. He actually went to school for music or still in school for music. And she actually has a love for classical music, which he is studying. So the conversation went so well, the elderly lady, she wanted to continue the conversation later. So she really did enjoy their talk. Yeah.
She wanted to continue. I mean, that can't be the end of the story. She wanted to continue the conversation later because she enjoyed the talk. And what happened?
She wanted to finish the conversation at home, but I'm pretty sure it was,
Whoa. See, that's why you left that part out. Come on now. You got to tell the whole story.
Yeah, she wished she could have taken him home to finish the conversation, Vince. The conversation.
What makes you? I mean, you act like I'm gonna say something. I just need the details and the facts of the story. So she wanted to take him home. This elderly woman wanted to take the young man home because she enjoyed the conversation and she was lonely, probably wanted a little company, to talk about music.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does the story the story?
He did not go home with the elderly lady.
He didn't?
He did not.
Oh, okay.
He was working.
Yeah, well, he saw the writing on the wall. That's what it was. She was a senior cougar, and she was like, "Yeah, come on back to my flame. We can talk some music." I got Yeah, so she, good and well, she was like, she had another agenda other than just learning about music.
I don't think so.
Why you always want to give people the benefit of the doubt?
Because that's what I do.
Listen, I just saw something where what was this on? I saw a post on Facebook where the senior citizens in the senior citizens home, all the residents agreed that for what day was it? It was for some special occasion that they wanted strippers. And I should have pulled this article up. This is the article we should have been talking about.
Oh, I think I heard.
That's right. And they had strippers, and you saw pictures of the men scantily dressed, and they was all up in the faces and on the women, and the grannies was like in their 80s and all. They was like, hey. So this woman could have been one of them, trying to get her groove on. Anyway, so we already know what that was about.
Story in there.
Go ahead. What's the next story? Why do we know what that was about?
Based on what you just said, I heard this article today where this wife, she decided she was taking, she was working out, and she decided to trade in her, regular gym classes for pole dancing classes. And
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Yes, actual pole dancing classes, not.
Holy moly!
not. So what happened is they were invited, this school, to perform somewhere, and unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, whichever, they decided to start recording. The gentleman started recording. Well, it started circulating on social media. And now the wife is concerned that the husband is going to see it. And how does she explain the fact that she was only taking classes?
Okay, so She was taking classes, and her husband didn't know she was taking classes.
Right. She
So
traded
she was
her
going.
gym in.
She
Her gym
traded
classes.
her gym classes in for the pole dancing class. I'm assuming because she was going to surprise him with the pole dancing.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. You're going to give her the
hope
benefit of the doubt on that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, right. And so then the class was asked to perform somewhere, which she was a part of. It got videotaped. And now when she goes to church, people going to be like, oh, hey, Sister Johnson.
Right.
They're gonna be like, hey, Sister Johnson,
Yes.
listen, I could, I see where this is going. And so now she's concerned that her husband's gonna find out, but we got the story right here. So apparently this thing is blasted all over all the social media and everywhere. So I think he probably already found out. This is probably not the way he wanted to find out.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, so that's a pretty tough situation to be in. See, people, here's the lesson that you got to get out of this. The lesson is don't keep secrets from your spouse. That's the lesson, especially if you're going to go from something like that you were doing, then all of a sudden you pole dancing. Now you're going to try to come back and say, no, baby, I was doing it for you. We ain't even got no pole in the house. How you doing that for me? Yeah, that. I don't think you're going to be a defender in this one. I think
she was going to buy a portable one.
Is that right? No, that's that. The story didn't say that, did it?
It did.
All right. Well, let's get into the show because we got a lot to cover today. We got election updates. Yes, that's right. If you just joined us, we're going to CNN, we're going to Fox because we want to be fair. You know, we're going to get the updates from each side to see what they're saying about the election, about the tallying of the votes that's coming in. And we're going to have our commentary on their commentary. And then we're going to also see if we can catch up with Erica Mack. Yeah, she's out there at the polling places, helping people that with their last minute voting. And so she may check in with us and let us know how things went out there. So we'll go remotely and see what's happening with that. And then what's really exciting is that you guys get to get in on the show tonight. So yeah, go ahead and call some of your friends and say, hey, check me out. I'm going to be on live with Vince Eliot. I'm about to text Go Live with Vince Eliot to 734-288-8699. I'm going to be on the show, get an interview, telling my story about what I think about the election, what I think about Biden, what I think about America, where we headed, you know, who I think is going to win, what I saw at the polling place, what I saw when I submitted my ballot early, whatever you want to talk about, let's kick it. And we're going to get right into all of that. Plus, I got a special surprise for you. It's coming via Deidre. Deidre's got something special for our viewers today. So you may want to call people or text people and say, hey, it's going to be a special today. So you want to check this out. It's going to be something, especially you women or guys, something you can have for your lady because Christmas is coming up. You don't want to miss this. We're going to do all of that real soon, right after this. Hey everybody, it's Vince Eliot. Thanking you guys for your support. Thank you for tuning in, watching Live with Vince Eliot. Just want to take a moment out to say we appreciate you. We appreciate you subscribing. We appreciate you sharing with your family and friends. We want to continue to bring you content that's going to be helpful to you. We bring on experts, people who are knowledgeable in their fields of study, all different types of variety of shows so that we can bring you something that's going to be great for your life, whether it's information, education, inspiration, motivation, or just a few laughs. So we want to continue to do that, but we need your help. And so what we're asking is that...
Hey!
Oh.
What's crack-a-lackin'?
Come on, man. We don't have time for this.
Oh, go ahead. What were you asking?
All right. If you must know, we're asking people to give $1.25 a week.
$1.25? Why so little?
Because times are hard. People don't have a lot of money. Some people are unemployed. So we're only asking for $1.25 a week.
Well, how many viewers do you have?
Well, it's, anywhere from 150 to 300 people that are watching live every week. And then with the replay throughout the week, we might sometimes go over 1,000 people.
Oh, you know what this means, don't you? Huh?
Yeah, I know what it means. I just said what it means. It said times are hard. People are unemployed.
It means that your show sucks.
You know what? All right, that's it. Get out of here, little V.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, nothing, man. You can't be saying my show sucks. My show doesn't suck. We have a great show. People get value out of what we do.
Okay, if you have hundreds and sometimes over 1,000 people watching, they're going to give $1.25 in a week. Your show has to suck.
All right, that's it. I don't have time for this foolishness. I'm not putting up with this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about little V. Listen, Thank you for those of you who have supported. Thank you to those of you who will support. We got to get back to the show. I can't believe you, man.
You don't know nothing.
Get out of here. Let's get back to the show. Can't believe it. Lil V at it again. Yeah, he's something special. My alter ego. What happened to my co-host, man? I mean, she just blanked out on me. Oh, there she is. Welcome back. It's Live with Vince Eliot. I am Vince Eliot. And yes, that is not Erica. Matter of fact, take a close look. Nope, that is not Erica. That is my super duper producer, Deidre. Hello.
Hey.
So she is filling in for Erica. Erica is out working the polls at the voting polls. She's helping people vote. All right, at the voting polls. Yes, she's a godly Christian woman. She would not be working any other type of polls. She is working the voting polls, helping people to get situated, and hopefully we can go live with her tonight. We don't know. It depends on how busy she is. She may check in with us, but in the meantime, you can check in with us and tell us what you want to tell us about the election tonight. Tell us what you want us to know about voting and all of that type of thing. And so I'm going to switch and put the number back up here for you guys to text. You can text 734-288-8699 if you want to be on the show tonight to talk about election, Trump, Biden, America. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Yeah, as far as the election goes. That's what we're talking about tonight. So in the meantime, why don't we go ahead and CNN, and then we'll go to Fox and see what they're talking about. Let's tune in and see who they say is winning this race. Let's see here. I think I will share my screen like this. And since that's the first one to come up, let's see. Let's get the volume going here.
I mean, this is a great and free country filled with courageous and decent people. Why for a second would we put up with the assumption that we need to hunker down and protect ourselves from violence on an election day? It's very distressing, and it's not a partisan point at all. I'm just saying that as someone who's lived in this country for 51 years. We shouldn't have to fear violence. We should be brave in the face of threats. And it is something very kind of bewildering and sad to see that, and you just hope that your children and your grandchildren won't grow up in a country where it's taken for granted that you need to hide inside or arm yourself or close the liquor stores or put plywood over your windows on election day. That is the rule in the third world. I've covered elections in disordered, violent countries, and everyone does what they're doing in Georgetown, where I partly grew up, by the way. I know the neighborhood very well. Everyone does that in a lot of other countries. You don't want that here, and I don't know exactly what the answer is. And again, I'm not making a partisan point. There are certainly partisan points to be made, but I'll skip it on election night. I want to make it a point as an American, which is that's not acceptable. You don't want to live in that country, and whatever it takes to fix that, we should do. And I think it probably begins with the expectations of our leaders. Violence is never an acceptable or legitimate form of political expression, ever. And I don't care what they say on Twitter. I don't care what they suggest from the podium. That is totally wrong, and we should never put up with it, for real.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was too slow an evolution to come to that conclusion over the course of the summer. And we saw things sort of, allowed in places like Portland and Seattle. And that sort of set the tone for what we then saw in all of these other cities. And then Democrats started to play catch up, Tucker, at the DNC when they saw some numbers coming back that
I knew they had to do it.
Americans do not want to get to the point where they go, oh yeah, I guess we're going to board up the windows again for whatever's coming down the pike. It's not normal, as you aptly point out.
No, and the assumption behind it is just so poisonous that people of a certain color or poor people like violence or will accept violence. No, all people, no matter what they look like or no matter what they make, despise disorder, chaos, violence. It's a threat to the things they care about most, their families. It's always wrong. The law and order, not repression, but law and order, literally order. These are laws, we obey them. This is order. We stay within these lines because...
All right, so he's still making the same point. But if you noticed, one of the things he said was, tonight I'm not going to make it a partisan thing. No matter who's in, we shouldn't be doing the violence. And what did she do? She couldn't help herself because she went straight to, and then the Democrats finally caught up. So we're going to get that kind of thing all night. And when we go to CNN, they're liable to do the same thing. So let's just tune over to CNN real quick and see what they have to say. Let's see. So I'm going to go to sharing my screen again, and we'll flip over to CNN and see what the good old boys over there have to say. What are they talking about? Uh-oh, wait a minute. I went back to Fox, didn't I? Did I go back to Fox?
You did.
I sure did. Let's see. I'm going to get this figured out before the night is over. Let's see if we get it now. Okay, I'm just getting Fox no matter what, huh? How's that happening? I think it keeps switching, and I keep trying to switch the other way. So let me try this then. Let's see what we got here. There we go.
Comparison. We have to be careful about that. Let's come in here to Fayetteville. Both campaigns spent a lot of time here. The president had a rally here as well. Senator Harris was here. 60% for Joe Biden, 38% for the president. Let's go back in time. 57%. Again, Joe Biden overperforming. Let's actually pull that out and see if we can see how significant the overperforming is as we come into the thing here. Let's see where he's overperforming here. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong map. Thank you. Let me come back out here.
See, I'm not the only one to have technical difficulties.
Where is he overperforming? Right?
I can relate.
And so he's overperforming. You can see these counties where he's overperforming. Where the two biggest places for a Democrat, for anybody, but for a Democrat in North Carolina, they are Mecklenburg County and they are Wake County. And you see here, he's overperforming Hillary Clinton by 5 percentage points here, the biggest, most populous county in the state. That's the building block of a smart campaign. Then you come over here to Wake County, second largest county in the state. Again, changing population. You know what happened in the suburbs during the 4 years of Donald Trump. This is where you go. You turn out your African-American base. You try to get young people on those college campuses. Here in the Research Triangle, a lot of new voters with college degrees, professionals in the suburbs. That's what you try to do. And you see Joe Biden, and you come out here. This is significant as well. These are counties President Trump is going to win. But Joe Biden is overperforming Hillary Clinton by 5 percentage points or more. What's that mean? Shrinking the president's margins in these smaller places where the president tends to run it up. You shrink the president's margins there. You expand your margin in a place like this. Let's check in on Winston-Salem as well. I don't want it to feel forgotten. Important to the Democrats here. Again, 59%, just shy of 100,000 votes for Joe Biden. That's 5,000 votes. 5,000 votes matters in a close state when you're coming through. So you come back to 2020 here. We're not done in North Carolina. I'm not saying by any means we're done. We're going to keep counting votes, but let's turn this off and look at the entire state. 54 to 48. That's a nice lead for the former vice president right there. 60% in. You know, in a lot of these places here, the president's going to get his votes. But if you're the Democrat, North Carolina map, you are encouraged, especially when you compare in the suburbs and in the cities. Did you turn out the Democratic base? Did you make inroads in the suburbs? That's what that looks like so far. We got a ways to go. And I say when we have a ways to go, we're looking at a South Carolina right now that is blue, which reminds us, go slow, be cautious. Don't think anything we see now is absolutely definitive.
And that's a good point. I'm going to mute him right quick. That's a good point. You know, it's hard to say, you know, who's really winning and who's leading and all that type of thing, because there's so much volatility, you know, between now and, you know, we probably won't find out till 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm thinking the end of the week. Honestly, some of the states actually have their deadlines for mail-in ballots are past this week. So
yeah, typically when we have, you know, a presidential election, you know, it's 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time before we really find out, you know, what's what. And this one could even be longer than that because you know, there could be, you know, a recall, a recount, and all that type of thing. So I just don't think this thing is going to be completely over, you know, tonight or first thing in the morning, you know. I think last time, you know, we did have a definitive answer. You know, when you woke up the next morning, he was like, President Trump.
okay, sorry.
I can tell what your feelings were on that. Let me give you my stance on this since you asked. I'll be honest with you. First of all, I did vote. Let's state that for the record. But as a believer, I truly believe that God's will is going to be done regardless. I think that, yeah, we have free choice. We should vote. We should pray for our leaders, but it doesn't change. It doesn't change Bible prophecy. It's everything that he said is going to happen in the Bible is going to happen. It doesn't matter whether Trump gets in there or whether Biden gets in there. It's going to happen. There will be an Antichrist. All of that will happen. There will be a rapture. And, it's interesting. I was thinking about this. When the rapture comes, if Trump should be in office when the rapture comes, that's going to be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious for a couple reasons, two reasons. One is he said that he's done more for Christianity than Jesus. Now, you remember that, right? He said that. How is he? Just imagine the rapture comes and Jesus is there like, so you did more for Christians than me, huh?
Right.
Well, first of all, you're fake news. Okay.
News.
Let's just, I don't know who you really are, but you're fake news. And I'm the president of the United States, and I don't know what you're doing with this whole rapture thing. I know the Dems are behind it, but it's all fake news. And it's all going to work out soon. You'll see. What's going to happen is these people are going to come back from wherever they're hiding from. They're all hiding. They're probably part of the Space Force. You see, they're going to come back. It's all fake news. They're mad because I built the wall. That's all it is. So Jesus, until he's like, wait a minute, it's getting hot in here. It doesn't matter whether Trump is in or whether Biden is in. And then, so he's going to deal with him on the fake, he's done more for Christians than Jesus did. And he's going to deal with them on this whole, he's going to be calling it, fake news and the rapture is not real and that everybody's going to be coming back and they're just mad because I built the wall and they're not going to get back through my borders.
Oh my
He's going to say something stupid.
Yes, always.
So what do you think about this whole deal, with Trump saying that, if he doesn't win, because they asked him, they said, so if you win, then he knows everything was fair and just. But if he doesn't win, then, he's going to cut a fool. Correct. He basically said, so what are your thoughts on that?
I feel the same as I feel about everything that he does. It's just, I can't say the word for it.
Well, here's the thing. There are those who say that Trump is doing a lot for black people. I mean, he's got the platinum plan. He's going to use 500, is it million or billion?
Million, billion, trillion. His favorite three words.
Okay. It's going to be goo gobs of money that he's going to pour into the black community. I mean, isn't that good news?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not going to happen. One, two.
Are you suggesting that Trump is lying? Come on now.
I would never. I would never.
But let's just say for the sake of argument that he did pour that money into the black community. What do you think would happen with that money?
I feel that money is not everything. And based on his morals and his values, it would just be, to win the people over.
Okay, but here's my question. If, in fact, he did it and businesses were getting grants and awarded, money to be able to make their business thrive. I mean, we got people getting $50,000, $100,000 to make their business thrive. What do you think that would do for the African American community?
Oh, I think if he was to do it, then absolutely. I mean, of course, we need the help. We have, been the underdogs forever. We definitely need help. We need someone to back us. We need, the support. However, I don't see that happening.
Is that going to change race relations in America?
No, it would not.
So overall, how is that really? I mean, well, I mean, if he's giving money to the businesses, can do better. But is that the only thing that African minority-owned businesses need is money?
No.
What else do they need?
To be treated fairly without asking to be treated fairly. I mean, we've been through this for years, our ancestors for years. At the end of the day, if he were to give the Black community money, out of all honesty, we still would not be to the same standard as everyone else. Meaning we would still not be at the same, level. Simple as that.
Well, I think
so. Let's say he poured in let's just go with $10,000. I'm just going to say everybody else would possibly get 40. So it would not be fair.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean, Vince. I'm not going to do this with you tonight. I'm not doing it.
You said if he pours in $10,000, what do you mean? Like if the average minority-owned business got $10,000, that wouldn't be enough money. That's not enough money for a business. As an example. All right, so as an example. All right, so if the average American minority-owned business, let's say, got $50,000, in some cases, it still would not be enough. Well, let's say they did the right thing, and because I'm hoping I think he said $500 billion. So if the average business got $100,000, that's something that could really help some businesses. I guess what I'm saying is it definitely is going to take more than just the money for African American businesses. There's so many other things, that contribute to the success of any business, let alone a minority-owned business. So, you got some people that depend on suppliers for their business. Some of them are suppliers, but they have to either manufacture or get their supplies from other people. And sometimes we're not able to get that same pricing as our Caucasian counterparts.
My point.
But another issue is, how should I put this?
What types of hoops and hurdles would one have to go through to get that money?
Well, yeah, that's another question. We don't know, what you would have to do to be able to get that money, in terms of what I've seen in the past.
Qualify.
You just, give your tax forms, you give your paperwork.
Tax forms.
Yeah, you have to show.
Tax forms?
Yeah, well,
people do that. People show taxes.
Yeah, you got, you got in order to be able to get those grants, you got to show your taxes that you pay taxes. You got to show how much you made, the previous year. You got to show that you're a legitimate business, and there's a lot of questions you got to answer. But I think that the other issue is who's going to be supporting these businesses. I think. I think that's causing me a little delay there. I don't know if that is, and I'm going to stop the screen share for now. We'll get back to that in a second. By the way, folks, if you're just joining us, you can text Go Live with Vince Eliot to 734-288-8699 to be on the show tonight. We would love to hear from you. Let's see. Did we get anybody? Well, Erica texted me.
We have a comment saying also that Alvette saying she is definitely ready for it all to end. I can agree with that.
Oh, okay. Just got a text from Erica. She says, sorry, don't think I can get on. Busy. Been busy since 7 a.m. I'm exhausted. Polls close in 2 minutes. Well, that was probably, let's see, however many minutes ago. So, yeah. So, all right, too bad. Well, maybe some of you guys can come on and tell us what you experienced at the polls, or, when you voted, whenever that was. But I'm going back to my point. Oh, let me finish that. Yeah, you see it on the screen there. You can text Go Live with Vince Eliot to 734-288-8699 to be on the show tonight, and we'll put you on. And so we want to talk about anything that has to do with the election, voting, what you think about the future of America, race relations, whatever's on your heart to share. Just go ahead and text that number, and we'll give you a link to get on the show. Now, going back to the point, I think that we have another issue to deal with, and that is who's going to be supporting the businesses. All right. So now you've got competition where competition wasn't there before. So now you've got a minority-owned business that supplies widgets. And for the longest time, widgets was only being sold through other cultures, right? Other ethnic groups, and now you're selling widgets. One thing that what I believe is that you're going to have a hard time getting that community, to come over and support your business. Now, you may have some. I'm not saying nobody will, but by and large, how much of that customer base are you going to be able to be competitive with? And then secondly, our people, we have some issues that stem from systematic racism, from mental and emotional manipulation. And what I mean by that is, and this may sound a little harsh, but hear me out. It goes back to that house Negro mentality. So if one guy is doing better than the field Negro, you know how that whole scenario goes, right? And the field Negroes start complaining, and the house Negroes saying, "I'm doing pretty good. Hold on, don't start no ruckus," And so that's one part of it. But then the other part of it is we have a different mentality, and it's not. I will say, because it's from my personal experience, we have a different mentality when it comes to supporting our own. Again, case in point, and I know you've seen it. So if I go into a store and I don't like the price, or I'm not happy with the service, and it's Caucasian or Arab owned or something like that, I'm going to complain, jump up and down, scream and holler, but it's the one in my neighborhood. It's the one closest to me, whatever. I'm going to pay that money. Maybe I like the price, whatever it is I like about it. I'm going to keep on. That's not so true when it comes to us. The first time we have an incident, we're done. Oh, see, that's why I don't support black business. See, we can't, you don't even look out for a brother, and we come with an expectation sometimes, the hook me up mentality. And we're not looking at it from the business perspective, where it's like, listen, that minority business owner may not be getting things at the same price that his competitors are getting them at. So maybe he has to charge more. So we're not going to support because you're charging 50 cents more than the other guy. So I'm going to go an extra 2 miles down. I'm going to get it from the other guys because you trying to beat me, brother. You trying to beat me. See, that's what's wrong with it. And we get this attitude, and then all of a sudden we want to support. Or if there's something we don't understand and maybe the service was bad. Sometimes we have the responsibilities on the business owner. We don't understand customer service. All we know is this is a good investment, and we open up the business, and maybe there's something about business that we're not that good at. Maybe we don't have good customer service. We didn't hire the right people. Whatever it is, we didn't handle it right on our end, and now, the customer wasn't treated right, and so, we lose the business. And I think that's going to be a very big hurdle for us to get over. And then here's another thing, too. What I find as a business owner, I'm speaking from personal experience, there's a difference when you have layers behind the business owner versus when you got access to the business owner. Case in point, if you were to go to Walmart, everybody knows Walmart, right? And you went in there and you thought the price on something was too high, you're either going to buy it or you're not going to buy it. Okay. You're not going to go to the cashier and expect for her to lower the price or him to lower the price. You're going to go to the cashier and you might even express, what, man, why does this cost so much? When is this going on sale or something, but you're not going to go to the cashier and be like, come on, and really expect them to say, this is too much. How much can you take off of this? But if you're looking at the owner and they say, well, man, how much is this? Oh, man, come on, man. Man, that's not what they charging over there, man. Why you charging so much for this, man? Look, man, I tell you what, and then they want to start bargaining with you. I give you this for it. Come on, man, you can do better. I know you can, because they know you're the person that makes the decision. So the mentality switches. Because I'm talking to the decision maker, now I want to try to negotiate. Well, you don't negotiate when you went to Walmart. You didn't negotiate when you went to the gas station. You either bought it or you moved on and you found another one. But They come in a minority owned, and then they want to negotiate. Have you experienced anything like that?
I have, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. So I feel like you should communicate with the owner, and whether it's Walmart or whether it's a mom and pop. Why? Because a lot of times they will give you the price from down the street. You know, it may be a reason why they may not know that it's on sale down the street. It could be a lot of different reasons, or like you said, they may not be able to get it for the same prices as them. But communication is key, and your approach also is key. You can't just assume and demand that you're entitled. Let me say entitled. To that discount just because one, the person, or two, you just feel like they're in the neighborhood, so it shouldn't be that much. Like you said, you're right around the corner. We come here every day. That doesn't matter. They still have to keep the lights on. They have to keep the water on. They have to keep the place clean. They have to pay for the building if they don't own it. And even if they do own it, they have a mortgage on it. So I just think that a lot of people don't take that into account. And then with the support, same thing.
But what about when you can't get to the owner in Walmart? By the time you got so much red tape to go through to get to the owner that it's usually not worth it. Unless you go to a Sam's Club or something like that and you're about to buy pallets of something. If you're going to just pick up one little thing and it's, double the price you would pay somewhere else, you're not going to go through all the, contacting, corporate, and most people are not going to do that.
No, but customer service is right there. So let's say, okay, you said Walmart. So let's just say, I don't know, Best Buy has it for, I don't know, $200. So Walmart is charging $300. So you're going to bring it and you're going to show them that ad. They're going to give it to you for that price. Customer service can do that. So you have the same capability if you're at a mom and pop store. You can ask them. They don't have to say yes, but you can definitely ask.
Yeah, but it's different though.
I do know it's different.
You know it's different because what we're doing when we go to our brothers and sisters when we ask for a discount,
you expect it.
We're sometimes we're not even comparing it to somebody else. We just simply like, come on, bro, hook up, brother up. All I got is give me a discount.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want a discount on the discount. Not
knowing that the person may have already included a discount on it in the first place.
Yeah.
So
I think, that's not the only reason. I mean, I think there's going to be some challenges with that. And then, I could go off on a tangent talking about, we may own our small businesses, and some of us, you look at the Tyler Perrys and the Oprah Winfreys of the world, and the Steve Harveys and the I just drew a blank, comedian Kevin Hart. You look at those folks, they're doing big things. They own big companies. They're making millions and working towards billions. So, but that's probably less than 1% of us who get to that level. And that doesn't mean we can't. It just means that, the likelihood that a great deal of us will get to that level compared to our counterparts. That's what I'm comparing it to. So how many of us are going to own our own airlines? How many of us are going to own our own hospitals? Going to be the owner and founder of, some major transportation, or major Fortune 500 company, so, I mean, you can say that it's a start in the right direction and all that type of thing, but the reality is, America is what it is. I don't think it's going to change whether Biden or whether Trump gets in there. I really don't believe, to be honest with you, that my life is going to change significantly for the better. It can definitely, I'm no gloom and doom guy. I'm not speaking what I don't want. I'm saying that based on what the Bible is showing me and what I'm seeing, I have no reason to believe that all of a sudden, depending on who gets in here, no more racism in America. African Americans lives going to dramatically change, and there's going to be a wealth transfer because one of these guys won. I'm not believing that. So, folks, speaking of entrepreneurial endeavors and things like that. Deidre has a little secret. Yeah, it's no longer going to be a secret in a moment. We're going to come back after a short break, and we're going to talk to Deidre because she has her own business called All for Beauty. Deidre, you want to give them a little teaser about what we're going to talk about?
Yes, I specialize in waist beads and massage candles, bracelets, and we have more to come.
And it's going to be the discount. We just got through talking about the discount.
Right.
The discount for Christmas is coming up real soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, stick around, and we will be right back right after this. Hey everybody, it's Vince Eliot. Thanking you guys for your support. Thank you for tuning in, watching Live with Vince Eliot. Just want to take a moment out to say we appreciate you. We appreciate you subscribing. We appreciate you sharing with your family and friends. We want to continue to bring you content that's going to be helpful to you. We bring on experts, people who are knowledgeable in their fields of study, all different types of variety of shows so that we can bring you something that's going to be great for your life, whether it's information, education, inspiration, motivation, or just a few laughs. So we want to continue to do that, but we need your help. And so what we're asking is that...
Hey!
Oh.
What's crack-a-lackin'?
Come on, man. We don't have time for this.
Oh, go ahead. What were you asking?
All right. If you must know, we're asking people to give $1.25 a week.
$1.25? Why so little?
Because times are hard. People don't have a lot of money. Some people are unemployed. So we're only asking for $1.25 a week.
Well, how many viewers do you have?
Well, it's, anywhere from 150 to 300 people that are watching live every week. And then with the replay throughout the week, we might sometimes go over 1,000 people.
Oh, you know what this means, don't you? Huh?
Yeah, I know what it means. I just said what it means. It said times are hard. People are unemployed.
It means that your show sucks.
You know what? All right, that's it. Get out of here, little V.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, nothing, man. You can't be saying my show sucks. My show doesn't suck. We have a great show. People get value out of what we do.
Okay, if you have hundreds and sometimes over 1,000 people watching, they won't give $1.25 in a week. Your show has to suck.
All right, that's it. I don't have time for this foolishness. I'm not putting up with this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about little V. Listen, thank you for those of you who have supported. Thank you to those of you who will support. We got to get back to the show. I can't believe you, man.
You don't know nothing.
Get out of here. Let's get back to the show. Can't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce again my guest co-host, in case you didn't hear when we first came on. Deidre is my super duper producer. She's usually in the background, but today she's in the foreground, filling in for Erica Mack. She's got her back. Yeah, I like to rhyme. I used to be a rapper. Y'all don't know nothing about that V nitty. Y'all better y'all what? V, don't make me start spitting. Okay, let me get back.
I was ready. Ready. Go ahead.
You was ready?
Go ahead.
Yeah, way back in the day, back in Chicago, I used to be on the mic rocking it with the positive raps. But I digress. Right now, I'm going to turn it over. Well, I'm not going to turn it over. I'm just going to interview and ask some questions. Because Deidre here has her own business, and she's going to tell us what it's all about. We're going to find out how we can get these Christmas discounts. Deidre, I'm going to pull up the website. And in fact, let me do it like this. I'm going to pull up the website, and you begin telling people what your business is all about.
Okay, so All for Beauty, which you see on the screen, we started it this year, me and my daughters, and we specialize in waist beads, massage candles, and there's more. We're adding more all the time, every day. So the waist beads, how that started was some friends of mine, we were talking about weight. And the waist beads, what they do is they help you gauge when you're overeating. Kind of like, that when you have on the belt and you go to the buffet and you're like, okay, it's time to unbutton it a little bit. So yeah, that's basically what the waist beads do. So those are permanent. They only come off if you either cut them or if they have gotten too loose because you've lost weight. So that's the two ways. And then you can also retie them if they have become too loose. So basically you eat and, you go about your day. You don't actually feel them throughout the day. And so far, so good. Everyone loves them. I do have some reviews on my site. So from some people who have purchased, they've loved them. They've come back to purchase more. So we're excited about that. But everything on our site is handmade, including the massage candles. Now, the massage candles, you would like them. They are scented just like any regular candle, except you can pour it on your skin warm. And yeah, you're able to massage. I like to light the candle when I first get out the shower or a nice bath and just, use it as a lotion instead. So it locks in the moisture all day. Right now we have 2 scents that are available. We've sold out of the others, which is strawberry and citrus, but we do have some other scents that will be coming in stock soon. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Why would I know? I didn't know anything about the waist beads. I mean, they supposed to help you lose weight. Is that how?
Well, you put them on, so it helps you control. So, like, I have gone down. So it's time for me to either tighten these waist beads or that I currently have on, or cut them and get a new set.
So is it a way to like basically monitor your waist?
Yes.
So the moment you gain a half an inch, it gets
They're
a little
gonna roll
snug.
up. They get snug. So the only place they have to go is up, because the top, part of your torso is definitely smaller than, the lower section. Therefore, they will literally rise up to where they can't go anymore.
Wow, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then as you lose, they fall.
If they rise too high, they become a necklace. Is that how it works?
It's not gonna go that high. I hope not. If it's gone that high, that means you're definitely doing something wrong. That means you are ignoring all the warning signs.
All the warning signs.
All of the warning signs. Yes.
That's funny. All right. Well, now we got to let them know how they can they get that Vince Eliot discount.
Yes.
Vince Eliot discount.
What we're doing is we're for our beautiful viewers, we're giving a 15% discount on all orders of over $10. And that promo will end on November 21st, as you see going across the screen. So you'll just type in the code, the coupon code LWVE for Live with Vince Eliot, and you will receive your 15% off your order.
Oh, nice. Well, folks, see, there's another benefit of watching Live with Vince Eliot. First thing you want to do is go to all4beauty.com, ALL, the number 4, BEAUTI.com, and check out, what you want, place your order, but put in that promo code LWVE for Live with Vince Eliot. Get 15% off. That lasts until November 21st. So you want to go ahead and order those in advance. Order them for yourself. Order them for your friend. Order them for your sister, your brother. Maybe not for the brothers. I don't think it's for the brothers.
Massage candles work for the brothers.
Massage candles. Okay.
I have 2 orders right now for a brother. I let him try it, and he's like, I need 2 of those. So yes, he got a strawberry and a citrus. So yes. And
then the brothers can order them for whoever the female in the woman in their life.
That's exactly why he ordered it. That's exactly why he ordered it.
Yeah. Now you want to be careful though. You may not want to order those waist beads for the wife, unless she's already said, I need to get me some of those waist beads. Because see, if the man gives the waist beads to the wife, what are you really communicating?
So some people
that could get you in trouble.
No, I don't think so. I say that because they're also fashion. So again, I have some people who custom order. They want specific colors because
know thy spouse.
Yes, know thy
wife.
Yes. I mean, don't just go get them and then don't make them feel like it's for weight, but definitely for fashion. I mean, it's underneath, so that's between you and your significant other.
Yeah, I think these are very timely. I think these are great gifts because they're affordable. Plus, you get the 15% off by being a viewer on Live with Vince Eliot. and it's in plenty of time because you're going to be scrambling. You know you're going to be scrambling when somewhere around about December 19th, you're going to start feeling the pressure because you ain't done all your Christmas shopping. And then you got that one auntie that you forgot about that you're going to feel guilty because you're going to see her and you didn't get her nothing. Go ahead, order the waist beads, get this massage candle. In fact, I would order in the blind. Just in case I forgot somebody. Because you can't go wrong. You get the candles, you get the beads, you get the bracelets, and you get the 15% off, and you get several of these, and you ain't even spent maybe but $100. And you can go ahead and have several of these, so that way, when December 24th get there and everything's closed, it's too late, you're like, oh, I forgot cousin. Oh, she's going to be there at the dinner. Boom, wrap that up. I got this just for you. See that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you do that. And, because, times is tough right now, and you want affordable gifts because, you got the COVID thing going on. And, I think it's just the perfect thing. So 15%. If you don't put in a promo, why I didn't get my 15% off, and don't be trying to order after November 21st. Today is the 3rd. You got 18 days. That's 2.5 weeks. Don't be trying to wait until after and then say, oh, can I still get the 15%? No. Order now. Go ahead and get it in. But you see the website there on the screen, all4beauty.com, and 15% off. Deidre, I think this is awesome. I'm always excited when I see other entrepreneurs doing things that, help to support their livelihood. And then especially when it's something that is good for people, helping people in some kind of way. And so the massage candles, I just got a massage, we talked about a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And man, they did their thing with their hands and they had massage candles in there.
See.
Come on now. I'm talking from experience. I ain't just blowing no smoke. The massage candles in there. The environment was right. And so everything was great. So the massage candles are a great thing. I've never worn the beads, but I'm going to trust you that the waist beads work the way they work. You won't catch a brother wearing no beads. You ain't got to worry about that.
Right.
But it's a great gift for, one of the women or two, my daughter or, my wife or something like that. I got sister-in-laws, I got sisters, I got cousins, all that.
And they can also follow us, like I said, on Facebook, Instagram. You could also subscribe to us via the website. And if you miss this discount, there will be more to follow. So.
Okay. All right, well, let's get back and check and see what's going on with the polls.
At
the polls, since Erica's no longer there and she's not going to chime in, she's exhausted. She's been going
tired.
She's been going for 13, 14 hours. So, let's check out what's happening at the polls. Let's see, which one did we go to last? Was it Fox?
CNN, I thought.
Or CNN? You said it was CNN?
I believe CNN.
All right, let's see what this one is right here. Well, they're on a commercial. That was Fox. Fox is on a commercial right now. Let's see. Let's go to CNN and see if they're on a commercial break. Does CNN take a break? Let's see. Is that the same one? That is the same one, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out. It keeps switching them around, so it's throwing me off. So let's see. All right, let's get us another shot. All right, go there, and then there. There we go. See what they're talking about.
271,000 vote lead over Biden. In Florida, 50.8% to 48.2%. In Michigan, only 15% of the vote is in. Trump is ahead. It's early there. 183,000 vote lead over Biden. It's early in Michigan, 59.3% to 38.4%. Almost a third of the vote is in Georgia. Trump has a relatively comfortable lead, 248,000 vote lead over Biden, 57.2% to 41.8%. In Virginia, more than a third of the vote is in. Trump has a nearly 300,000 vote lead in Virginia.
They finally didn't report any fake news on that one. That wasn't fake.
To 40.2%.
I'm winning everywhere.
Let's go back to John Kagan.
Everywhere.
I'm winning everywhere.
Magic
I
wall.
don't know about that.
Normally
A lot of stuff
CNN
going on.
reports
You see a
fake
lot of red,
news.
but you see a lot of blue as well.
It's an
No
interesting map
tweets
right
went
now.
out
So I'm going to
yet?
go through. I'm going to go through some of the big ones that we're going to watch as we play out right now, and we'll start in Ohio. But then I just want to explain some of these other states that look a little different right now, and we'll see. We could have a different election night. We'll see. This is the big one for me, Ohio, and the more of this is starting to fill in, right? So I just want to show you 2016. You see all this red in here. That's what you're looking for. Those are the small counties where the president runs it up. But as they fill in, Joe Biden is holding on to that lead. But we still have a way to go. About 53% here. But again, this is impressive, and it's somewhat, the Democrats thought this was in play. Joe Biden went there on Monday. Some Democrats were worried, should that time be spent somewhere else? But he went here. He went to Cleveland to turn out the vote right now. And again, we still have some more votes to come from Cuyahoga County. So if you're a Democrat, that's impressive. The question is, when the later votes come in, do you keep that margin? How much can you grow it? Can you maintain it? Because it's absolutely critical. By far, this is your #1 vote center in the state of Ohio. You want to run up the vote. Again, I keep watching the suburbs here. We're up to 61% of the vote. It's close. It's close. It's a moral victory, but it's also a little bit of the math, right? The Democrats want to expand in the suburbs. If you can pick up 1,000 votes anywhere in a place as tight as Ohio, you try to do it. So let's move out of Ohio. One place that's been red for a long time, people from home probably asking what's going on in the Commonwealth of Virginia. It has become more of a blue state. But look, the president has a healthy lead right now, 57%. That's not insignificant at all. However, I just want to make the point. This is where the votes are in Virginia. You come up here, Fairfax County, by far the largest county in the state, only about 15% of the vote in so far. So we're waiting on that. You come over here to Alexandria, also waiting for votes. So Virginia red at the moment, Wolf. A lot of places where Democratic votes are that we haven't received them yet. We'll keep an eye on it, though. It's an interesting night.
Yeah, Northern Virginia, very, very critical in the state of Virginia.
All right, so give you guys an update. Also, what we forgot to mention is that people can check out your blog. So what we can do is we can put the blog link in the comments. I'll do that right now, as a matter of fact.
I got it.
You got it? Yeah, go ahead and put
got
that in the
it.
comments so people can check out the blog and know more about the business and all that type of information. Will be in the comments, and you can copy that link and go to the blog for all4beauty.com. Now, we didn't have anybody that wanted to be on tonight. I guess they were not prepared to be. They weren't TV ready, so nobody called in. And then here's the other thing too. I understand with it being vote night, families, are getting together, going out and voting, and they're getting back, maybe grabbing some dinner. You got people that are watching this on television. They're glued to the television. So, I get it. People are probably not as tuned in as they normally would be to the show tonight. And so we're not going to belabor the point. We're going to allow you guys to go back and watch it, on your television. If you have any questions, we're going to give you a few more minutes. If you have any questions for Deidre, for her business, All for Beauty, we did show you, hopefully you saw that. You saw the website. It is all, A-L-L. Oh, let's put it on the screen. I don't have to do that. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'll let you pop that on the screen. There you go.
There you go.
Go to the website, all4beauty.com. That's all, the number 4, BEAUTI.com. And you go to that website and you can order that great Christmas gift for a loved one, somebody, I'm assuming it's somebody you love, somebody you like at least.
Or maybe for yourself.
Or maybe for yourself. Get 15% off all orders over $10 with the promo code LWVE. The promo ends on November 21st. So, just let us know, man, if you intend to go and purchase, shoot us something in the comments and let us know you did that so we can say a big thank you and we appreciate you to all our viewers. And then let's not forget that we constantly look for your support on the show. We want to make sure that you have an opportunity to support the show financially. Your money goes towards keeping this show running. And so the Cash App information is on the screen, as well as the Zelly. If you don't do the Cash App deal, you can use the email that you see there. And, the thing is that if we just get, even if we get 5 to 10 people each week who give, $20 or more, that can go a long way. If you say 5 people at $20 is $100 a week, that will cover. We got a few subscriptions that we have. It can go towards upgrades on equipment or additions to equipment. And so we definitely want to encourage you to give to this show. And if you've been watching for any length of time, you know the quality of content that we bring you on Live with Vince Eliot. That's no joke. We do a lot of joking and fun stuff, but we bring you quality content. Last week, what did we have last week, Deidre? On the show last week, there's so many shows running through my head.
Together. Right, I was gonna say everything runs together. It
Right.
goes so
It
fast.
shows back to back. It wasn't. It was breast cancer. Breast cancer last week.
Yes.
We had a really good show giving insight to breast cancer, some things that people don't normally think about. You can go back and check that out on our YouTube channel, as well as any of our broadcasts you can catch on the YouTube channel. We have, and it looks like I'm freezing over here. But you can still hear me in time, right? Yeah,
yes,
because this keeps jumping and skipping, at least on my end. Maybe it's not on your end. But before that we had
the eye doctor.
Was it the eye doctor the week before that? Yes. Okay, so the eye doctor we had on gave us some really great, insightful information about how to take care of your eyes, things that just the fact that she told us I can look in your eyes and tell you anything that's going on with your body through your eyes. I was like,
whether it be diabetes, high blood pressure,
Yeah.
that floored me. I was in behind the scenes going, whoa.
Yeah. And I'm not going to try to remember back to back weeks, but I know we did have Rhonda J. Smith on, who told us about naturopathic ways to take care of your body. And she also can agreed, she didn't agree. She was on first. She was saying that by looking in your eyes, she can tell what's going on with you, looking at your skin, all those types of things. And, she did some myth busters. It was interesting. And the doctor, the eye doctor, the optometrist, she did myth busters too, and one of them was one that I was guilty of, which was, these glasses are making my eyes worse.
Exactly.
Making them weaker. I'm getting too dependent on them. She said, that's not true. So, but there was a lot of solutions given. We've had all types of people on here. We had musicians. We even had my man from Outkast on here.
Yeah.
DJ Swift was on and gave us some insight to what's going on with Outkast and the work he's doing with Big Boy. Man, on and on and on. So all that to say, we have consistently been given great, helpful content that has been impacting people's lives. We've seen it through your comments, people that are, contacting us and letting us know, hey, you're doing a great job. Continue doing what you're doing. So we want to continue to do that, but I'd hate to have to come on one day and say, well, due to financial constraints, we have to, shut the show down. And the sad part would be is that if just 5 people a week gave $20 or even, 10 people or 20 people a week gave $5, that would have made the difference. And the thing is that, we have on average on a slow week, watching live is 100 plus people. Then after the replay and the week goes on, 300, 400 people have watched the show. And if we just get 10% of those people, heck, 5% of those people to give a week, what's 5% of 300 is 15, right? 15 of those people gave, $10 a week. That would make the difference. So again, don't want to belabor the point, but I just wanted to make it clear that just when you think other people are giving, no, we need you to give. You be that person. And what I found that happens is I have some people say, Vince, man, I really love your show. I'm going to support it. I just keep forgetting. And it's because if you don't do it in the moment when you got the reminder, the likelihood that you're going to remember later, your percentage just goes down. So anything else you got that you want to share, Deidre, before we go?
I just want to thank our viewers for tuning in. And again, please like Live with Vince Eliot, subscribe, share. Even if you can't give, at least share, It's only going to help us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and the thing is that you go to YouTube, don't put in Live with Vince Eliot, put in the Vince Elliott.
Vince Elliott.
Yeah, the Vince Elliott, and you'll see a picture of me with a Detroit hat on, laughing, and then make sure you subscribe and click the notifications bell so you can get updates when we go live. Appreciate everybody who did tune in. I know that the election is taking precedence over everything today, so I knew our numbers would be down. Mm-hmm. But for those of you that faithful ones that did tune in but didn't want to comment, I know Alvette did make a comment, but we appreciate you guys every week. We appreciate you guys. So till next time, next Tuesday, we're going to have another exciting topic for you guys. We're going to have a guest on next week, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Join us at 7:55, and again, look at the Cash App, look at the Zelle. Even if you give $5 or $100, no amount's too small. And definitely 1,000, 2,000 is not too big. So we want to encourage those of you who are saying, I got this money and I was looking to bless somebody. Hey, here we are. We're changing lives. We're giving you information, education, inspiration, motivation, and yes, a few laughs. So thank you to my co-host, Deidre. She's guest co-hosting today. Erica was out and at the voting polls, helping people to vote. And so Deidre is the person behind the scenes who pushes all the buttons and makes sure we look good. And she's still doing that, and she's going to do that as we sign off. We're saying good night. And as Erica would say, what would she say? God has... I should have known what I was saying before I said it.
You should have.
She was saying... Right. Yeah, but that's why, you know what? You can't try to take somebody else's line. Because she encourages you to trust God. All right, I messed it up great enough. We'll see you next week, 7:55, right here.
Good night.
Good night.